What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to a brand new video. Now, today's the day where we're going to be reacting to Battlefield 6, the official soundtrack, then, if you will. It's called Warsaw. It's the visualizer. It's 2 minutes and 44. Let's see if we can break it down, react to it. Um, it has been a while, ladies and gentlemen, and that is because I'm doing a course to become a teacher, to become a lecturer, and that has taken a lot of time of my day. But I'm trying. I'll probably get I'm aiming maybe one or two videos a week for you guys. But ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's get into it. Get me in that fucking game now. Get me in the game now. When you're talking about the hype circulating around Battlefield 6 right now, this soundtrack certainly exhibits those traits. So let's go back, let's break it down. We're not going to break it down beat by beat, but we're going to re listen to it. It's 2 minutes and 44. I let it play out. But we're going. There's a motif as well, which is just hype filled. But there's a lot of kind of experimental sound design within this soundtrack, and it's a lot of digital instead of kind of real orchestra. In a sense, there probably was, but what I mean is like it's more like digital aspects of it. Even there, it's a kick with a sub, boom, 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 and then underneath you hear the sub. Play that again. Listen. And even there, the panning of that like little distortion of the clashing, like the clash bell, like a bell, cowbell, or a kind of a clash, or a an open hat. Boom, 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 and it's just panning left to left and right speaker. Again, very experimental at the start here. There's a little string, there's a little pad. Whoa. Maybe a little vocal that's distorted and like being underlined in the mix. Yeah, so you can even feel like there's a drum kit, a drum machine, and it's just like distortion. It's got a glitch as well, and it's just panning. It's on the left speaker, starts at the left speaker, then it pans straight over to the right speaker as well. Lovely kind of arpeggiated synth. Da, 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 da. So that drop beat there, I love that right there. You heard like kind of like the devilish scream. You know, symbolizing warfare in terms of what you would tend to hear when a plane crashes, etc., etc. Like a lot of the sound design kind of resembles a lot of like just warfare. But let's break it down because there's a technical aspect here. So we're playing this over for 20 seconds. This is like the intro. This is the act one. So we're getting a bass line for it. We're getting an understanding of like the tonality. Yeah, kind of drawn back, that effect of kind of hitting the rewind, a slow mo, if you will. So we get a boom, and in that moment of silence, boom. So then we get kind of a loud pitched noise. Then we get into the motifs. Building, building, building. So again, we're just building this up now. We're building this up. I would say this is probably like act two. We're building this up. So we've got this weird kind of experimental, the kind of drum machine that's going on. The resembling heartbeats. Bum 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 bum. You know, we're kind of resembling a little bit of that heartbeat. We get that moment. Now we're hearing the motif. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun, but it's not full. It's not the full motif yet. And there it is. There it is. So we get this little kind of beat. Kind of along with the sound design. Like that. Just it's more raw, it's more authentic. It's still got the glitching effect, the panning of left and rights. But there's the strings, and then we hear the boom, like just a standard transition. Boom, which you hear in trailers, you hear in the sound design of Battlefield 6. You know, if you've played those betas, when the explosion happens, it tends to be a boom. So they're kind of adopting that, slapping into the mix, and with the we're bro, the hype is. I don't know how to put into words, but this is really good. This is really good, and again, a lot of kind of you look at like Call of Duty, you look at even previous Battlefields, a lot of their soundtracks and their sound design is pretty cool. But this, like, if this is what you hear when you load up the game and you're sitting there and this is what you hear, yeah. Yeah. Building. this is the motif. So you have the motif of going na 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 na. So that's kind of the motif. Obviously, there is other stuff, but I'm doing a kind of basic kind of impersonation of it. But the beat, boom, 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 boom. It's more kicky, it's more punchy, it's more vibey, but it's still kind of in the same kind of sound aspect in the introduction. The introduction, they've kind of kept the same, but they've just kind of changed it and made it more punchy. And that there, ladies and gentlemen, is my reaction slash breakdown to Battlefield 6 Warsaw. Henry Jackman, you have just created probably the best soundtrack of the year in terms of FPS shooters. Not the best soundtrack, but the best FPS soundtrack. Ladies and gentlemen, that has been my reaction. Post down in the comments down below your thoughts on Battlefield 6, your opinions on Battlefield 6. Are you even excited for Battlefield 6? Also, slap down in the comments down below, recommend me some stuff to react to. I will try my best. Thank you for the continuous support, even though that I've been away for a while, but I'm back now. Ladies and gentlemen, Battlefield is back. Until next time, subscribe, leave a like. Bye-bye.